Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Payne.
And welcome. You are tuned into my weekly talk radio show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. Having a little bit of feedback. Is it me? It's me. Sorry. I love it when I'm guilty. Anyways, I broadcast live out of the Sunset Gower studio every Tuesday at naturally high noon with Universal Broadcasting Radio and TV, and then syndicated every Thursday at 7, Saturday at 1 on my syndicated CNBC News Radio channel, KCAA AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and everywhere that iHeartRadio is. And this is a show about hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K words, no Kardashian talk at all. So, because I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. And this is my 301st show. If you miss my celebratory 300th show, Valentine's Day, as well as Chinese New Year, make sure you go get it on my YouTube channel, Dr. Marissa, and free subscribe and help the numbers so I can continue to splatter you with hope and happiness. And Dr. Pat Allen, the irreverent, always entertaining 83-year-old, she's now said that she is a cougar officially, so you'll want to listen to that show, as well as my big brother Michael Bernard Beckwith was kind enough to call in for my 300th to congratulate me, so you can listen to that. And if you've missed any of my past fabulous shows and guests, from Neil Donald Walsh to Marianne Williamson to Marianne from Gilligan's Island to Potsy Anson Williams from Happy Days to Corey Feldman, Don Miguel Ruiz, Layla Ali, please do go to my YouTube channel and get those past shows. And as per usual, since I want to balance out all the complaining that goes on out there, my excellent customer service shout out goes to Z, my favorite manager at Macy's, and Zachary at Costco Gas. And now for today's show, I am so thrilled and excited to have a repeat guest on who is on the phone. Is he on the phone? And his name is Ryan Long, the entrepreneur. He has found philanthropy and life inspiration to be the ideal antidote for the hardships life has thrown at him. Ryan conceptualized City Gala in 2014 in order to assist startup nonprofit organizations obtain seed funding so that they could launch into a full-fledged business. The idea was to bring highly visible and influential individuals to speak on behalf of the charitable organizations and attract large donors and sponsors. Last year, he brought John Travolta, Halle Berry, and Quincy Jones to my front door and invited me on his red carpet, which I'm very grateful for. This year it's Ashton Kutcher and maybe a couple more he might be able to talk about. I call him my modern day Robin Hood. He matches wealth mastery and money energy to people who are doing beautiful things on the planet to shed light on the current darkness. So he's on the phone with me. Welcome, Ryan Long.
Thank you so much, Doctor, and it's such a pleasure to be back.
So glad you are back, and you're calling in from Missouri, right? Or somewhere cold.
Do they pronounce it Missouri?
Minnesota?
Because I'm calling in from Minnesota.
That's it. Okay, I'm just joshing with you. And then also in studio, we have another one coming. She's parking her car, but I'm going to start with the one that was on time. Actor-producer Del Godbaldo started as a... You get your applause first.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, doesn't that sound good? It's very affirming. He started as a Mouseketeer with Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling, Britney Spears, and Christine Aguilera. Starred as Carl E. Douglas in the Emmy, Golden Globe, and NAACP Image Award winning The People vs. O.J. Simpson, and has appeared in another 130 episodes of TV and a dozen films. As a businessman, Dale has raised millions of dollars for various organizations alongside Bill Clinton, Richard Branson, James Cameron, and many actors like Charlize Theron and Sean Penn. He founded Always in the Club Foundation to help increase youth literacy, college acceptance rates, and entrepreneurial pursuits in undeserved communities in appreciation of the training and mentorship he received as a young man on the Mickey Mouse Club. Welcome to the studio, Dale. See, you got two.
Look at that.
You have two, not one.
Mr. Popular here. I like that.
He is, and Lisa's on her way. But I'm just so happy to have both of you here with me in studio today. And it's my new family. As of last year, Cheryl Snap Connor gets a mention because she was the one that I met. We're both on faculty at CEO Space, and so she's the one that is to blame for dropping me onto y'all. and Ryan, so you're doing it again, and kind of give us, what you could hold these very high level business events. We're having. Let's see, just run down the list of the people that are going to be this year. Okay. Brian Smith.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Go ahead and talk. Who's coming?
I'm very grateful for you, and thanks, Dale, for stopping in studio. I know that you're a busy man as well, but Dale Godboldo is one of the beneficiaries of the City Gala this year. And I'm sure we'll get to that in a few moments. But prior to the City Gala, which takes place on the evening of the Oscars, it's after the Oscars at Universal Studios. That is a City Gala. It's a fundraiser. But not to be mixed with that, just so that everybody understands the difference between the City Summit and the City Gala. The City Summit is a socially conscious business acceleration experience, and it's a world-class business acceleration experience. And what we mean by that is that the people that are gracing our stage to teach us the tools with which we can grow our business are all multimillionaire, billionaire people that have already done it. So whereas you may go to one conference or the other that people are kind of preaching at you or trying to sell something, we're not selling anything. That's the first thing.
Yep.
And the second thing is that we have multiple billionaires and billion-dollar founders that will grace our stage and teach us how they made it. How did they make it? And they're socially conscious so that their attitude is contribution first.
Yeah.
And I'm proud and happy that Ashton Kutcher is going to headline. We're going to honor Chicken Soup for the Soul author Jack Canfield. I don't know anybody else that's sold 500 million books.
Hopefully,
I don't know anybody else that's
later.
sold that many.
Next year.
Yeah, only the Bible and Jack Canfield, right?
Wow. Wow. I'm going to tell him that.
and then Ty Lopez, who's a very famous internet entrepreneur, has made a name for himself by his social media influence. He's a thought leader. He's genius. Jay Abraham, who's Tony Robbins' advisor, and anybody that's advising Tony Robbins is certainly worth listening to.
Yeah.
But we have the founder of Quest Nutrition, the co-founder of Priceline, the founder of UGG Boots, the founder of Monster Audio, the founder of many billion-dollar companies, and also Fortune 500 consultants, and it just goes on and on and on. The list of people that are coming out to assist us in building this community is an endless amount of genius people that have created companies that we all use, know, and love. The founder of Make-A-Wish, co-founder of Constant Contact, and on and on and on. So This is our goal. Our goal is to give entrepreneurs a space where they can connect, learn, share, and grow. Google liked it so much that they sent one of their program managers, and they're sending a special little experience for us that I can share with you guys right now.
That's awesome.
Google Incorporated is going to have a presence at our event with one of their self-driving photographic vehicles that does all this high-tech stuff, and there's going to be all sorts of fun stuff to play with.
So I'm going to
that's
give
our
you,
Entrepreneur Summit.
And I want to really clearly distinguish between, okay, so that event sounds amazing, right? That's something that you would probably see pop up. Do you want to go to an event? This is the amount of dollars to go, like thousands of dollars to go, sit at the feet of the masters and listen to their advice on how to, and then usually they have a huge sell-a-thon at those events because, they're trying to get you to buy something and you may or may not buy it, but it's a profit-driven model that it has, we're used to. So I want to distinguish that this man on the phone right now from Missouri, Ryan Long, my new best friend.
From Minnesota. Thank you. Yes,
from
Minnesota. I am not in Missouri. I do apologize for arguing with the host. Is it against the rules? I don't know.
No, it doesn't matter.
Minnesota.
Okay,
not in
Minnesota, and he not only is not charging thousands of dollars to come to this event where he brings people of the highest caliber, he is charging a nominal amount. And then the money doesn't go to him. The money goes to selected beneficiaries who are doing amazing things, and we're going to hear from them. I've got two of them here right now, who are doing amazing things in the planet. And so that's why I call him the modern day Robin Hood. He doesn't take the funds for his own. He takes it and matches it with people who are doing amazing things on the planet. So that
I do want to make one distinction, though,
okay.
If I may, Doctor, is that the City Summit is a for-profit business, but we use the for-profit to pay for the big function that is called the City Gala, which is the fundraiser. And that is where we make the contributions.
Of course, he's going to be
the
honest
City
about
Summit
that.
Ticket is not a non-for-profit admission, but the City Gala is a 100% tax-deductible donation to charity.
But
so
the money
there's two different types of events. Yeah.
Got it. So the day before, the 2 days before the City Gala, which is the Oscars, is a business conference that is for profit. However, those monies then create and fund the City Gala, which is a total nonprofit, but it is all related. You're still not going to get out of the credit that I'm trying to give you.
Thank you.
Because
he does this a lot, by the way.
He does. I know. Well, it's funny because I asked Michelle to give me a little bio for me to read, and she goes, I don't have anything, but the only thing I can come up with is he's a bleeding heart humanitarian whose life purpose is to inspire the masses towards global changes. So there's your compliment.
Fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Well,
there's your byline.
So nothing too
Thank
big.
you.
Nothing too big. Nothing too big. And again, this is the Ryan I know. He will, wants to keep everything straight and is very humble about accepting any gratitude. But I mean, he does an amazing job. Last year was an amazing event. The caliber was off the charts. This year is going to be no different. There was one the year before that, but I wasn't involved, so we're not going to talk about that.
Unimportant if we're not there, right?
Because it's all about me. Sorry, I am humble. In the last life.
Are we still on the 30 days of no negativity, or has that ceased to be a thing anymore?
Ryan, 20-day fast from complaining, right?
Got it. Complaining.
Yes,
that was
from
not
complaining.
A complaint that you were
no,
not
it was
invited
not
to
a complaint.
2016.
And you forgot the name of my show. Take my advice. I'm not using it. I do that on purpose.
I love the way the layers of your show have come together in this way, that you use your voice as a navigation system. That is so much fun.
It is so much fun. It is so much fun. And I want to introduce our third person that just walked in. or a second person in studio. The beautiful Lisa LeWalt is a speaker, actress, performer, and humanitarian. You may recognize her from the hit TV show Malcolm in the Middle, from her 15 national commercials, including Pepsi, Burger King, Mervyn's, Lexus, or from her 20 TV shows where she's worked with Adam Sandler, whatever his name. Yeah.
It was close. It's a good try.
Whatever his name is. Actually, my daughter.
I can tell him you said that.
Well, I will, because my daughter walked in on him by accident when he was changing on the lot.
Oh my gosh,
over
that's
here.
hilarious.
Yeah. That's another story. But where are you? I lost you for a second. And Jennifer Aniston, to name a few. In 2008, she made her music debut headlining in Europe, performing in 13 different countries. 2009, she toured the U.S., Cuba, and the Middle East, and then won the 2015 title of the CMT's hit show, Your Chance to Dance. Most importantly, Lisa is the founder of Fire Life Foundation, a nonprofit for at-risk youth. She has launched numerous campaigns for the prevention of suicide, bullying, human trafficking. Lisa has spoken for over 300 events, conferences, schools, entertaining the U.S. troops, and even at the United Nations. Her main passion is transforming people's lives into what was never possible. Please welcome to the studio, Lisa LeWalt.
Thank you.
Yippee yahoo!
And I'd like to add in there, though, that last line was because of my great mentor, who happens to be on the line, Ryan Long. So more credit thrown that direction. Yes.
Are you accepting it this time, Ryan?
Well, thank you. It was my pleasure to have Lisa at the United Nations, and the reason is she's always looking for positive things to get into. The two people that you have in studio right now, Dr. Pai, are
pay like
just
money.
Pay like
Money.
Pay you a lot of money.
Yeah, that one. Sorry.
Are two of my favorite humans on planet Earth. Just simply put, there is just a decency to them, a real connection between my desire to grow and give and their desire to grow and give. We are in just complete alignment with our mental, emotional, and our abilities, and it's just a sincere pleasure to serve these two people. Their organizations do phenomenal work, and as I watch them grow their nonprofits, I believe that I was put on this earth to do that, to assist other nonprofit charitable organizations to grow. I believe that's why I'm here. And to watch them grow and continue to develop and give with passion and share the enthusiasm of confronting today's global grand challenges, because that's what we do. It's just such a pleasure. And so I love getting them involved in anything that I can. Goodness knows I've dragged Dale around, enough places. I've dragged Lisa across country with me to
Minnesota,
promote things, and I have yet to convince either of them to come to Minnesota. Oddly enough,
I rest my case.
I don't know why that could possibly be
my
the snow
case. Yeah. I've been.
Maybe I gotta pull back on our synergistic alignment and friendship. Maybe
I'm kidding. I love the snow.
This is a business deal.
Snowboarding's great.
This is a straight business deal.
He was your coach. He's no longer your
Not
coach.
anymore.
Just so cold.
I rest my case, right? That's why I say what I say. But anyways, we're going to be nice to Minnesota today.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So, well, those were wonderful, kind words. And
Thank you,
excuse me, my experience with both of these individuals has been the same as yours, Ryan, as well as with you. And I know you have to run, taking care of other things, but I wanted you to check in and say hello, and I wanted to appreciate you. And as I don't know if I gave it to you last year when you were here with Jeff Timmons, but just in case I didn't, and there's nothing wrong with giving it to you again, I want to reward you and award you with Dr. Marissa's Beneficial Presence on the Planet Award. So that's to you, Ryan Long.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm very, very grateful for that. And wow.
So I didn't
that's
give
very
it to
kind of
you last year. So I'm glad I gave it to you
No.
this year. And not every guest gets it. We'll see how Lisa and Dale do, whether I give it to them at the end of the show.
the pressure.
Interesting. Pressure. I'm
Well, I
very
can tell you
competitive,
you're in
so.
for a treat. No matter what anyone says, Dale is over there. He's got things that will surprise you when you start to dig in to his background and what led him down this path of growing. Tony Robbins says we grow so that we can give, and I think that is true. I agree with that. And Dale, through Project Now, one of our beneficiaries, Project Now is an initiative, and he can tell you all about it. But just the fact that he cares about underserved students, kids that are falling behind in education. Education is a global grand challenge in this world. Whether it's literacy or math or economics or however you might put it, it is a global grand challenge. And with Lisa as well. And if you want to talk about someone that is going around and helping the communities of people that are in terrible, dire situations, she goes down to juvenile halls and military academies, and she speaks in front of underserved kids and really uses every particle of her being to uplift their spirits because she's been there before. She's been through the pain of depression. She's had illnesses. I'll let her tell her story, but the people that you have in studio mean everything in the world to me, and I'm so grateful for this time, and thank you for the honor as well. I'm grateful for all of it, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you all again when I leave this frozen tundra and arrive back to my home city of Los Angeles, California.
There you go. There you go. Well, thank you so much, Ryan.
Thank you, brother.
And we'll see you soon. Yeah. And,
Absolutely.
And
I
have
will
fun
see you
with
soon.
everything.
You guys enjoy.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I'll
Thank
tell
Okay.
people how to get in touch. So we'll do that later. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Citygala.org.
There we go. Great. And if you're just tuning in and wonder who's in studio today, that was just Ryan Long on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. And today is a City Gala City Summit focus because it's all about highlighting the good that is going on the planet. The world is not going to HELL in a handbasket. There are wonderful, fabulous things going on the planet, and I am here to highlight those for you. So let's move to my two in-studio guests, Dale and Lisa, and we'll start with Dale, and you just... I have a friend, she doesn't have an answering machine, she has a questioning machine, and when you call her, she says, "Who are you and what do you want?" So, who are you?
I like that.
And what do you want?
Who am I and what do I want? I am I'm a man that has had what I believe are unique experiences on this planet, and because of that, have a unique opportunity to share that journey with the next generation of people on this planet. It's my duty. I believe it's my calling. It's why I've been given certain gifts. Everyone's been given certain gifts, but my gifts are unique to me. And I think that I'm here in this moment with you to share those.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then pass it on to
Lisa.
lovely Lisa.
I have always been passionate about instilling hope in areas where people feel hopeless. And over the last couple of years, it's definitely taken a narrowing to focus primarily on youth that, would be classified as at risk, which is any kid who's on the path of going down, whether it's self-harm, harm to society, Some of them are coming out of gangs, off of drugs, or maybe they just were in unfair or unfit living environments and didn't get the same opportunities as other kids. And in those communities, I've seen a lot of that hopelessness. And so we go in with different programs, and after school things, we do assemblies, we do workshops but all of those are to facilitate mentorship opportunities, to be able to have that one-on-one time with these kids and just get them to create a vision for their lives and believe that they are capable of achieving it. Because normally we've noticed with youth, the reason that they end up walking down those paths is because they are not able to fulfill their driving or primary needs in healthy ways. They don't know how to. And so they'll often turn to unhealthy methods.
Solutions.
So
Absolutely.
when we go in and we reteach them how to fulfill those needs in healthy ways, you can see a dramatic change.
Yeah.
And you just see, my passion is watching that sparkle in the eyes that get light up again.
Right.
And
right. Beautiful.
So yeah, I would say what I want is to see hope instilled in teens.
Beautiful. Beautifully said. And that, we're the land of equal opportunity. That's in theory. But it's the reality. It's BS. It's a belief system that is keeping us from helping. It's a match. Like, people do not have equal opportunities. When you grow up and you have role models that are reaching and you don't have that connection at home, and you go and you get a connection in a gang instead of a healthy relationship,
Right.
you don't have an equal opportunity to get the job, to get the car, to get the education. And so I love that both of you are involved in trying to really make that equal. It's not charity, because it's equal access, and then you get to use your gifts. I love that, right?
Absolutely.
It's not, I'm not doing it because I'm a great person and I'm, going to help you, give you a helping. It's not that. The joy that both of you, and I've watched both of you in action, and myself included, I love to help because it's for me. It feels good. It helps me sleep at night, and
It's purpose.
it
I was
gives
just
you
about
a-
to say that,
gives
because one of our,
purpose.
saying primary needs, one of our primary needs is that need for purpose, or to look back at the end of our life and say, hey, I mattered somewhere, or
Yeah.
to someone.
Yeah.
And so you're right. I mean, I think it's both. It is because we want to see a change in them. It's that act of wanting to change the other person, but it is also, that's how we feel that sense of joy,
Yeah.
because it brings us our purpose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So your unique gift. Tell me what your unique gift is. And he's not saying that like I'm a gift to planet Earth.
Watch
that
out.
kind
Well,
of.
we
Watch
don't know
out,
yet.
world.
We don't know
Watch
for
out,
sure.
world. No. Well, I'll step back a little bit and sort of talk a little bit about our organization, how I got
Please.
into that, and what I hope to achieve with it, and how
Yeah.
that relates to your question
Yes.
specifically. When I was on the Mouse Club, I was there about 4.5 years. I was a beneficiary of what I'd like to call sustained institutional support and mentorship. As kids on that show, we were given the kind of support, the kind of financial support, as well as emotional support, that I believe is, and this is my personal opinion, is a significant reason why you see so many of those kids successful today. Okay.
And we're talking about Justin Timberlake.
Britney
Yeah.
Spears.
Great.
Yeah,
So-
Rona Bennett, Nikki DeLoach from Awkward, Rona Bennett from In Vogue, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, etc. There's something that happens when adults take the time to not only give you the education that you need.
Yeah.
I think we all know that.
Right.
But also that sense of self-worth.
Right.
That sense of, I can do this. We had $1 million a week budget with a bunch of kids running around spending that kind of money in the 90s.
Wow.
Right? Which, factored for inflation, would be quite a bit today.
Yeah.
They allowed me to write and produce the theme song at, 17 years old, just because I asked. That kind, we're kids running around, exploring ourselves, exploring our place in this world, and the adults there gave a kind of sustained institutional support that I think was unparalleled.
Yeah. Yeah.
That said, when I got a chance, I met Ryan Long, who really inspired me and helped me. I always knew there was something I wanted to do. You know, you have this burning feeling to share what you know or what you've learned. And I met Ryan, and he inspired me to launch Always in the Club Foundation, which was a play on the Mickey Mouse Club. And we are focused on youth arts, education, and mentorship. That said, our first initiative, Project Now, was launched in partnership with the U.S. Dream Academy. The U.S. Dream Academy has been around for years, but what they do, and this is why we partnered, they take kids that are reading anywhere from 3 to 4 grade levels behind, run them through a very unique literacy program, and get them on grade level reading within 12 weeks. Okay? So in our partnership, we also take that and we partnered with another couple of organizations, and once they hit a little bit older in high school, we then invest in their entrepreneurship training. So the goal is, let's get them on grade level reading. Let's get their literacy skills where they need to be.
Baseline.
And then when they're a little bit older, let's teach them how to make investments in themselves and in their communities. Here's the thing that really got me fired up. I've had a fortunate background. Every one of the kids in the U.S. Dream Academy that we focus on has at least one parent incarcerated.
Wow.
Back to what you were saying earlier, these kids do not have the same opportunities many of us in America had. These guys are on a trajectory to failure.
Yep.
So our goal is to change that trajectory, right? And to do it immediately and quickly so that they have the same opportunities that the rest of America
Beautiful. And then not fuel the billion-dollar industry called prison.
Right.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I'm getting the signal that we're going to take a quick break to thank the sponsors of today's show. If you're interested in being a partner with me on Hope and Happiness and splattering that, then please do contact me for affordable rates. And we'll be back in 2 and 2 because it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
No way! I'm so cold. I'm so hot. I'm so hungry. I'm so full.
Did that complaining sound familiar to you? Hi, I'm Dr. Marissa, your cheerleader for Hope and Happiness 88% of the time. And they also call me the Asian Oprah. Well, I have a perfect app for you if you want to lose negative weight and stop complaining. Yes, the 21-day Fast from Complaining with Dr. Marissa app is now available. Every day you'll get a balanced tip that keeps you from complaining, as well as some sound effects. If you do complain and you press a button, it will give you sound to keep you from complaining. And if you make it the entire day without complaining, you'll get a nice warm. And there's a YouTube link also to help you not complain. And then at the end of the 21 days, because it takes 21 days to create a good habit, you'll get an overall score as well as a way to post your triumph with your friends and family on Facebook. So don't complain, have fun, and remember it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
Peace in, peace out.
Hi, Dr. Marissa here, and this is your personal invitation to join me at the Best You Expo at the Long Beach Convention Center, March 24th and 25th for 2 days, 150 talks, 300 exhibitors, 20 workshops, and yes, I am one of the talks and workshops. So if you want invaluable inspiration to be the best you, go to thebestyouexpo.com for your tickets today. And we are back. You are tuned into my weekly talk radio show called Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon, broadcasting live out of the Sunset Gower Studios in Hollywood, California, where Scandal is filmed, but there's no scandal on this show. I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. And syndicated on CNBC, KCAA AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and everywhere on iHeartRadio. And today we are filled with a lot of hope and happiness with my guest today. Ryan Long was on earlier, the founder of City Summit City Gala. in the course of a weekend, this coming Oscar weekend, we are going to have a day filled with billionaires sharing their advice, not selling anything, helping you to increase and improve your business, as well as all funds then fuel to City Gala on the Oscar day. And our host this year is not Halle Berry and John Travolta, but Ashton Kutcher will be there. And all the funds that come out of these events are going towards beneficiaries who are very well deserving because of the work that they do. And the two that I think are the favorites of Ryan, although they're all favorites, are Lisa LeWalt and Dale.
We just live the closest.
That's really.
But I
all
like
that's
that
going
answer
on.
better.
You like
Yeah,
that?
let's go with that.
Are in studio with me today. And we just finished with Dale's unique gift, which is a beautiful gift in how he's doing service with kids who are, getting them up to speed with an equal opportunity. And now, Lisa, what's your organization focused on?
So I chatted about this a little before, but basically we put on campaigns for the prevention of suicide, substance abuse, and bullying. We work primarily in the schools, the challenge programs, and the juvenile centers. And we go through, we have a massive tour called the Power of a Dream Tour, which is where we go into the high schools and do assemblies on the different topics to give kind of kids a general overview and teaching of, how do you deal with these type of situations? How do you deal with these type of emotions? What are healthy ways to meet these needs? And then we have a lot of kids from Radio Disney and so forth come out and perform, so the kids will actually kind of engage and pay attention to our message. And then we'll normally go back to those schools and set up either workshops or after-school programs and mentorship opportunities so we can build deeper relationships with the kids. There's a lot of other programs we do as well, but most of our programs are based on two ideas. One is the one we already talked about, which was teaching them how to fulfill their needs in healthy ways. And the second one is actually something Dale just touched on, which was the belief in their own, I'm going to say this word, self-efficacy, basically, the capabilities. Because if they don't believe that they can do something, they won't even try.
Absolutely.
And I share this story a lot, actually, with on the tour. But when I first got started, the first ministry I was involved with was a group of girls who were coming out of the sex industry. And we were helping them transition into new lives and new careers. And the thing that we noticed first, immediately, was that even though these girls were being given everything that they claimed they needed to change, which was, roof over their heads, financial support, job training, all those things, a lot of them within months or even weeks would go right back into the old lifestyle they just came out of. And it was bewildering, baffling. We're like, what, you came to us wanting help. What's going on here,
Right.
And I had gone through some depression myself and started noticing first in myself these same belief systems, these lies and labels that had been written on my heart and were written on their hearts, of these belief systems of, I can't do anything else. I can't do anything more. For me, I felt like a failure on the other end of, like, I can't actually help them. I'm not that person. I'm not trained enough. I'm not this or that. I'm not smart enough to do this. And so those limiting belief systems were stopping me from having any kind of creative solutions.
Right.
And their belief systems of, I'm not worth anything else because these is how people have treated me my whole life, was stopping them from taking opportunity. And the second we identified that and started working on actually changing worldview and those lies and labels first, then working on the behavior and the how-tos, we were able to see a change. Because you have to have both hand in hand.
Absolutely.
You can't just have a belief system with no strategy, but you also can't have a strategy you don't believe you can implement.
That beautiful.
So
yeah.
we try to hit both ends and in the right order.
Yeah. So it's an interesting challenge. You can give. That's why welfare doesn't necessarily work. Because you can give, but without changing that underlying belief in yourself that I can do. I had J.J. Bristow was my 10th grade math teacher who changed my life and, stopped me after class one day and looked in my eyes and said, you can do anything that you put your heart and mind to.
That is everything.
See, I had one of those in I think it was 6th grade when I was 10, because I grew up what Ryan was referring to with Tourette syndrome, and was put into special classes and told, it's going to be hard. So anytime it was hard, I would just quit. Because I'm like, I have Tourette syndrome. I can't do this, And then I had that mentor who asked me, some challenging questions and showed me that I actually could, and completely changed the trajectory of my life.
Yeah.
So I saw that how important one person in another life can be as well.
Yeah. And that's what your program is also based on. You're giving back the support that you got. You know, I'd like $1 million to run around with as a kid too. I think I can do something.
You can learn some things if you're 17 running around with $1 million a week budget.
Yeah, no wonder Justin's good.
But that's the thing is that
I would have been really upset with you when we were kids.
Well, no, I didn't get a budget, no. But we played in that environment. That environment was so nurturing, and that's specifically what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to apply that kind of attention to the most in need. And we target all underserved communities, some of the most at-risk kids in America. We're raising money to scale that worldwide.
Yeah.
That's where, you know, if we can apply it there, you know, I feel like we can make a significant impact on this planet.
And this is a little off topic, but just because we are talking about these communities and City Gala, I wanted to throw out there, if there is anybody listening who isn't available to go to the event on the 4th, but is listening to this and does want to make a difference in some kids' lives, both Dale and I have students who would really greatly benefit from being able to learn from some of these CEOs and just being in that environment. And we are looking for people to sponsor some tickets for them.
Absolutely.
So if you are listening, please contact Marissa or either of us and let us know you're willing.
So, and
Thank
I'm
you,
going to make
Lisa.
it even easier for you that I got an okay from Ryan to offer for my Asian Oprah giveaway. You know, I was dubbed the Asian Oprah. I was introduced to Oprah as the Asian Oprah.
Oh, that's amazing. I wish I had been
Is
there
that
for
right?
that.
Michael Bernard Beckwith,
She
my
loved
big
it too,
brother.
didn't she?
She
loved it.
smiled. Thank God didn't call her lawyers. Smiled.
Like,
It could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone. And Michael says, this is the one they call the Asian Oprah. And I looked at her and she smiled and then she looked down and said, nice pants. And it took everything for me to not say, do you want them? Like, I'll take them off. And you can,
Would
you
you
know.
like to have them?
Yeah, exactly.
Anything.
But anyway, so the Asian Oprah giveaway today is if you buy one ticket, and it's only $6.99 to the summit, you get another one for free. So this way, if you buy one ticket, you can send a student from either or both
Mine, you want
places.
the FirelineFoundation.org. I'm totally kidding. I love you, Dale. Totally
I'll fight you.
kidding.
I'll fight you for it.
No, we're going to have
Game on. ProjectNowForYouth.org goes head to head with Firelight Foundation.
Well, I'll set the intention that we have a plethora of people who
There
want
you
to
go.
do that.
There you go.
And then you can buy another one and bring your significant other. So we're just going to
Low
have
shots
just
today.
a lot of giveaways, and we'll all be Saturday with Ashton Kutcher, and then Sunday after the Oscars, we're going to have red carpet. There's a celebrity poker tournament, and all to raise funds for worthy organizations. I'm going to mention the other ones that are not here, even though these are the favorites. That is Feed a Billion, AJ, who was actually on the show before, a friend of mine, so he gets an extra. And then Paul Hutchinson, the Child Liberation Foundation. He's co-owner of a $9 billion fund in Utah, and he has taken it on as his life purpose to bust those rings all around the world who are using children as sex slaves. John Coolish with Fulfilled Families. He's a professional golfer. Ilana Yona, not the founder, but she's the Chief Evangelist Officer of Conscious Capitalism, Socially Conscious Investments and the Way of Life. Dr. James Dentley and Kara Scott Dentley, co-founders of Always Amazing, helping undeserved children, seniors, and veterans to better the community. And Daniel Pruder, My Life, My Power, former pro fighter, undefeated in MMA, winner of the WWE Tough Enough, and he's also a beneficiary. So all of those are people that you can help directly by showing up and getting to listen to amazing speakers, as well as playing poker with me and getting interviewed on the red carpet and all that kind of good stuff. So that will be March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Citygala.org is where you can get the tickets. But if you want the 2-for-1 special, go to my website, the number 4balance.org. In the contact, say 2-for-1. and then either now for Dale's group and fire for Lisa's group, and we're on for the competition.
Yeah. It's on.
It is on. It is on.
I believe in you guys. Make the right decision.
We'll see how that goes. So we're almost to the end, believe it or not. What are you? I always ask my guests, what are you grateful for?
Oh,
Who are you grateful to?
I'm grateful to my parents. You know,
And their names are
their names are Dale Gaboldo Sr.
Uh-huh.
and Linda
oh,
Gaboldo.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I mean, they're, you know, as an African American man, there are so many challenges that, you know, we deal with here growing up in America. And my parents have been an extraordinary inspiration to me, and a grounding source, and a sense of strength that blows me away. The older I get, the more I appreciate them.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that, Lisa.
I'm going to, in very fast, and give you 3 answers to that, because I'm extremely grateful for everybody who's come alongside this event and supported what we're trying to do with all 9 of our organizations, whether that's the other beneficiaries who've been surrounding me and teaching me, and the board of advisors, and obviously Ryan Long for coming up with this amazing idea, and Jason for coming alongside. So just literally everybody who has been involved in the event, everyone who's bought tickets to support. And on the personal side of it, I'm always every morning grateful to God, obviously, for giving us the ability to even be on this planet and breathe. I'm grateful to my parents as well for giving me the ability to be raised in an environment that was healthy, and I'm so grateful for that.
Beautiful.
Because when I was I obviously did struggle, but they were more health issues and so forth. And had I not had that support system, it would have been very difficult.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So those are my 3 for the moment. and I'm grateful for all you listeners, because I believe and number 4 going forward.
She's challenging
for you guys, because I believe that every single person listening to this show right now was put on this world for a very unique purpose, just like Dale was saying. And if you have not been living every second of your day chasing after that purpose, I challenge you to go home today and really think through, what are your special skills, what are you passionate about, and how can you make a difference in other people's lives through those skills.
There's my balance challenge for the day. I don't need to throw one. Lisa just did it for me. And and here's the new paradigm that I'd like us all to embrace wholly. In the old days, we used to think that hardship and challenges were things that set us behind, and somehow we had to catch up for them. I believe that hardships are there to help chisel us and to find that special gift that we have.
That's right.
And that will bring us into a place where if you think of every single non-for-profit right now, it's not a kind of thing like, we're kind of doing. It is a purposeful taking something that is not working and applying positive, loving pressure to shift them from the darkness into the light. And so every challenge that we go through allows us to birth that gift that you so amply have. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us.
Me. Absolutely. We could do like another 3 hours, I know.
That would be great.
But please do support. And if you end up not going to the events, go to their websites, projectnow.org.
Projectnowforyouth.org.
Thank you.
Spelled out FORYouth.org.
And
firelifefoundation.org.
Beautiful, beautiful. And as per usual, at the end of the show, I just have to have the last word. So welcome to the Balance Bar and the Asian Oprah giveaways. To repeat, 2-for-1 tickets to the City Gala City Summit by going to my website, the number 4balance.org, and putting in either life or now to get a 2-for-1 to allow a scholarship to happen. As well, I'm giving away a free pair of tickets to the Best You Conference, March 24th, 25th at the Long Beach Convention Center. Yes, I will be speaking, being the best you and broadcasting it, as well as teaching balanced Tai Chi Gong. So the first two that go to my Facebook, Dr. Marissa, give me a finger, a thumbs up, and then tell me you'll get those 2 free tickets. This weekend, please join me at Agape International Spiritual Center. I'm on stage singing with the choir again, agapelive.com, or just come to Culver City. Also, the 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa that Ryan so aptly mentioned that Jeff Timmons doesn't think he can do. I just slammed him again. Today is day 20, and the balance tip for today to not complain is from Don Miguel Ruiz, a best-selling author, beloved teacher of the 4 Agreements. And he says, if you want a dog, don't buy a cat. A lot of our complaining comes from unrealistic expectations. So if you are a traveler, hate smoking, and very neat, do not pick someone who is a homebody, who smokes, and is a mess. And then you spend the rest of your life complaining about them. So that's going to help you not complain today. If you're interested in joining me in Sedona for my Balance Retreat in the Vortexes, May 19th and 20th, I'm extending my Save 300 to April Fool's Day. So go on drmarissa.tv to find out. This Saturday, I am teaching again Rosie's Dog Beach, Balanced Tai Chi Gong, the forms for promoting inner peace, one breath at a time. Go to my meetup for more information. If you'd like to come to the beach and figure out how you can be more happy 88% of the time, I am taking a few more coaching clients this year. So please go forbalance.org and join me at City Gala, City Summit, and it's citygala.org for those tickets. Next week, it is sexual healing with Dr. Marissa, because I'm determined to make pleasure a G-rated topic. And we're actually going to talk about healing from sexual trauma. And I'm bringing on Wendy Darling, transformational results expert. And if you're anyone who has now been given a little courage to come forward because of what's happened with Weinstein and women who are finally admitting to having some kind of sexual trauma, please tune in next Tuesday. We'll be going through real tools to help you heal from that, so you do not have to be limited by what has happened to you, because as Jason Cisneros says, who is also helping Ryan with these events, he said something really great from stage at the Wealth Mastery, which was, it's not what happens to you, it's what's happening for you that's important. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balance with Dr. Marissa Pay. That's P for positive, EI. And remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050.